So we're doing some annual research today with our agency. The sheriff has picked some topics for us to do that are high liability and things that we need to make sure our officers are squared away in. So we've done a complete retraining of our agency in building searching and also response to active assailants. The assailants and things did different tactics to place people into positions that gave them an opportunity to cause violence to the public. So we try to educate our officers today on some of those so they can identify some of the precursors and things when they're responding to similar incidents in the community. The night of the shooting, LVMPD had 51 officers assigned to the overtime detail at the Route 91 Music Festival. At approximately 22:07 hours, Paddock opened fire on the crowd of concertgoers below. LVMPD officers immediately recognized that they are in an active assailant scenario, but the assailant's location is unclear. Through their own observations and reports from security, it was determined that the shooter is located on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay. So you guys look at that. They're taking fire. They don't know where it's from. They're trying to identify it. Now they're finding out that it's from point of elevation. We have to continue to evolve with everything evolving around us with the violence that people are causing. Now we as law enforcement have to evolve with it as well, and that's the push that Sharon Morley's made us do is put together a revamped version of a lot of the things and bringing the new tactics forward so that we can keep up with the curve and not be caught.
It's time for our annual recertification training, which is required by Nevada law. Every year they're required to get retraining in firearms, defensive tactics, their use of force continuum, as well as 12 hours of additional training in any other subject. This year the training is active assailant training. It formerly was called active shooter training, but as we know, assailants can come in many forms. To remain certified as peace officers, every year they have to get this training. Not particularly the active assailant training, but that's the subject of the additional training that we've chosen to do this year. All officers in Nevada are required to get this training by law, so even our most senior officers have to go through this same training. The shoot house we've had for a few years now, and it's gone largely unused, but now we're using this shoot house almost weekly. The SWAT team uses it all of the time. I use it real thoroughly when I'm running my academies, and today we're going to be using it a little bit later, doing the active assailant drills where they enter the building, find the assailant, and stop the assailant. We use this training facility, not only we have our firearms range behind us, we have several mock buildings that we can use to run scenarios. One of them is set up as a simulated meth lab. We have a defensive tactics room, we have just a regular classroom, and not only the Sheriff's Office uses this, but Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and the Department of Emergency Management also use this for their confined spaces training, fire training, and extraction training. In total, right now this is our Pahrump session. The southern area is doing their training. We'll go up to Tonopah in 2 weeks and make sure Tonopah, Beatty, Smoky Valley, and Gabbs all get the same training. I believe we're at about 70 officers here that will be going through the training over this week and next week.